Jai Gurudev children. Beta, today we are going to start our next topic, that is unitary method. Okay, and in unitary method it also very closely to the ratio or proportion types of question are there. First of all, we have to understand about the unitary method. What is the unitary method? Beta, unitary method will have two kinds of problems. Means types of question will be in two categories. First one is direct variation and second one is inverse variation. Okay, what is direct variation? I am giving you one example and let you understand or try to understand about the direct variation. Beta, suppose we are going to the market, okay, and we are purchasing potato. We have purchased 20 kg potato. Okay, if the cost of 1 kg, suppose for 20 kg we have given 200 rupees, then we have to find the cost of 1 kg potato. These kinds of problems will be related to the direct variation. How we will do? We have cost of 20 kg potatoes. We can find the cost of 1 kg potato, and then further we can calculate the number of kgs of potatoes, whatever we have asked, suppose 50 kg or 2 kg or 30 kg or whatever is there. Okay, then we can calculate with the help of that. Second comes inverse variation. Inverse variation question asks like that, how you can identify. I am explaining you how you will identify that this is inverse variation. In inverse variation, beta, suppose 5 workers are completing in any work in 10 days. Okay, now we would like to complete the same work in 2 days. Then what we can do? Okay, let's try to understand now. If suppose previously 5 workers were completing in 10 days. Now we would like to complete the task in given 2 days. So what we can do? If we would like to complete any work as early as possible, then in this way we should increase the number of workers. Only one way we have, then we should increase the number of workers. So if we can increase the number of workers, then this is a question related to the inverse variation. Getting me or not? So in this way you and this how you will identify the question. It will be on means how it, when you will do more and more practice now, then only you can understand. Suppose you went to the market, you have purchased 1 kg of tomato. Okay, then what will be the cost of 2 kg or 3 kg or 5 kg? With the help of that 1 kg cost you can take it. Okay, so these are direct variation. Inverse variation, just now I have given the example, and as well as in book we will proceed to the questions. I will explain you better. This is the related to the direct variation and this is related to the inverse variation. Further your knowledge and means how you will increase your knowledge, it depends on the how you are means practicing the question. As well as more and more practice you will do, you can understand the question. So here in unitary method, beta, we are going, otherwise nothing is there. No any other formula is there for the direct and inverse variation. Okay, how we are going or dealing with the problems now? See that in chapter number 9. Okay, exercise 9. If 25 men can weave 120 meter of cloth in a day, okay, then how many meters of the cloth can be woven by 30 men in a day? See that. How we can write this? Question number 1. What we write? Men or meter. How many meter they are weaving? 25 men are weaving how much? How many meter? 120 meter. So 30 men will weave X weave. So how we will do as we were doing in the ratio and proportion? 25 upon 30 is equal to 120 upon X. Now do the cross multiplication beta. So 25 into X is equal to 120 into 30. So X is equal to 120 into 30 divided by 25. Okay. So 5 5 is 25, 5 6 is 30. Now cancel this. 5 2 is 10 and 2 and 5 4 is 20. So X is equal to 144 meter. How many meter 30 men can weave? 25 men were weaving 120 meter. So 30 men will weave can weave more meter. So this is the question of direct variation. So direct variation question we are dealing in this way. You just see, if you will read the question, if 25 men can weave 120 meter of a cloth in a day, okay, how many meters of the cloth can be woven by 30 men in a day? So 30 men will weave more meters. So how we will do? By the direct variation. Okay, now come to the question number 2. Beta, now see that the second question, oranges cost rupees 156 per dozen. 156 rupees per dozen. You know, in 1 dozen how many orange will come? 12. Okay, 1 dozen means 12. And bananas cost rupees 72 per dozen, means 12 bananas you are purchasing in rupees 72. Find the cost of 100 oranges and 100 bananas. You have to find their combined cost. See that how we will do this question. Okay, so here I am doing number of oranges, or here cost. By two methods I am doing this question. See that one I am doing by the direct or means ratio and proportion method, as I taught you in the last period. Okay, and one I am doing by the unitary method, means if the cost of 1 dozen means cost of 12 bananas is this, then what will be the cost of 1 banana, and then calculate the cost of 100 bananas, like that. Both the methods are correct. See that how I am doing. Just see here, focus here. Number of oranges and cost. Okay, number of oranges means per dozen, means 12 oranges cost is how much? 156 rupees. Cost is 156 rupees. You have to find how many cost of how many oranges? 100 oranges. Its cost will be X rupees. If 12 oranges cost is 156 rupees, so 100 oranges cost will be more. So it is a question of direct variation. And how we are doing the direct variation? See that 12 upon 100 is equal to 156 upon X. Now do the cross multiplication in this way. So 12 into X is equal to 156 into 100. So this X will remain here, is equal to 156 into 100 upon 12. Okay, now make it cancel. 12 1 ja 12, 15 minus 12 3, 12 3 ja 36. So X is equal to how much? 1300 rupees will be the cost of 100 oranges. Okay, one method is this one. Now see that second method of same question. Okay, you will write that 1 dozen is equal to 12 things, whatever, whether they are bananas or oranges, whatever they are, it means 1 dozen is equal to 12 pieces or 12 things will come. Okay, now see that cost of 12 oranges is equal to how much, beta? 156 rupees. So first find the cost of one orange. Cost of one orange will be equal to 156 divided by 12. So it will be cost of one orange will be equal to 13 rupees. So you have to find the cost of 100 oranges. So cost of 100 oranges is equal to 100 multiplied by 13, because cost of one orange is 13 rupees. So it will be 1300 rupees. So you can see that in both the way you can do the question and both the methods are correct. Okay, now see that the second part of the question. Okay, this time you have to give a number of bananas and their cost. Here also bananas are always coming in dozen. So 12 bananas are coming of 72 rupees. So how many bananas you have to cost? 100 banana will come of X rupees. So see that 12 upon 100 is equal to 72 upon x. Now do the cross multiplication. 12 into x is equal to 72 into 100. So x is equal to 7200 divided by 12. 12 6 is 72. X is equal to 600 rupees. Okay. Now he is asking that what will be the find the cost of 100 oranges and 100 bananas. So here you will write that cost of 100 oranges plus 100 bananas is equal to 100 oranges cost was 1300 rupees. 1300 plus 600. So how much it will be? 1900 rupees. Okay. Now see that beta, I am doing the again the question by this unitary method also. Okay. You have given again here 1 dozen is equal to 12 things. It means cost of second method. Do it by this method. Cost of 12 bananas is equal to how much beta? 72 rupees. So calculate cost of one banana. Always unitary method means always calculate first for unit. Unit means one thing, cost of one thing. So cost of one banana is equal to 72 divided by 12 is equal to 6 rupees. So cost of 100 bananas is equal to, while we will calculate the cost of one thing at time, division will be performed. While we will calculate the cost of more things at that time, multiply will be performed. So cost of 100 bananas is equal to 100 multiplied by 6 is equal to 600 rupees. Okay. Now see that again cost of, hence right here, hence cost of 100 bananas plus 100 oranges. Okay. 100 bananas cost is 600 rupees plus 1300 rupees will be equal to 1900. So both the method you have, which method you are understanding conveniently or easily, that method you can follow. Both the method are correct. Okay. Now beta, we are proceeding to the question number 3rd. Now see that beta, if the cost of 10 calculators is rupees 1800 rupees, how much will 8 calculator cost? See that 10 calculator cost will be more, है ना? If the number of calculator has decreased, then the cost will also decrease. ठीक है. अगर ज़्यादा की कॉस्ट, ज़्यादा नंबर में कैलकुलेटर थे तो उनकी कॉस्ट ज़्यादा थी. If the number of calculator has reduced, then their cost will also, it will come less. So this is a question of direct variation. So how we will do? See that cost of 10 calculators, cost of 10 calculators is equal to how much beta? Rupees 1800. Rupees 1800. So first of all you will calculate cost of one calculator. Cost of one calculator will be equal to beta 1800 divided by 10. So how much it will come? 10 1 ja 10, 10 8 ja 80, 180 rupees. Cost of one calculator will be 180 rupees. So how many calculators cost you have to calculate? So cost of, hence cost of 8 calculators. So you have seen here, if the cost of one calculator is 180 rupees, so for 8 calculator you have to give more rupees. So how you will calculate? 180 multiplied by 8. Okay. So see that 800, 8 8 ja 64, 6 carry, 8 1 ja 8 or 6 40, 1440 rupees will be the cost of how much? 8 calculators. So this will be your answer. Now see that question number 4th one. This is same as I have done the question number 3rd one. Same as question number 4th you will do in your homework. Here also I am explaining you how you will do. If the 25 mobile cost is rupees 75,000, calculate the cost of 11 mobile. So what you will do? First of all, you have given 25 mobiles cost. Then you will calculate the cost of one mobile. Then whatever the number you have asked the cost of 11 mobile, then you can calculate it yourself. Okay. Now come to the beta question number 5. Question number 5 now. See that what is in question number 5. If 5 tickets of a play cost rupees 40, calculate the cost of. Okay. One part I am doing, one part you will do. Okay. See that. Cost of 5 tickets of a play. Okay. Cost of 5 tickets is equal to beta rupees 40. Okay. So cost of one ticket. Cost of one ticket will be equal to beta 40 divided by 5 is equal to 8 rupees. So you have to calculate cost of 6 tickets. So cost of 6 tickets is equal to 8 multiplied by 6, 48 rupees. Second part of this is A part of the question. In B part you have to calculate cost of 8 tickets. Cost of 8 tickets. Okay. So cost of 8 tickets will be 8 multiplied by, because cost of one ticket is also 8. So it will be 64. Both the part I have done. Okay. Now see that beta. Question number 6. Question number 6 is that to make 3 glass of orange squares, you need 600 ml of water. Work out how much water you need to make for 5 glasses of squares. You see that if in 3 glasses of the squares we are needed, okay, we required 600 ml of water for 3 glasses. So if 500 glass for 5 glass we want to make, then for 5 glasses we need more water, because if in 6 glasses we need 600 ml of water, then in for 5 glasses we need more water. So how we will do? First of all, we have to calculate one glass. For one glass of the squares, how much of water quantity we required. See that now. Okay. For the 3 glasses of squares, for 3 glasses of squares, water required is equal to how much beta? 600 ml. Okay. So for one glass of square, water required is equal to 600 divided beta how many glasses? By this 3. So it will be 200 ml. So for 5 glasses of squares, water required is equal to 200 multiplied by 5. So it will be 1000 ml of water. 1000 ml water. Okay. Now see that the B part of this question is also there, maybe for 7 glasses of squares. So 7 glasses of squares, B part you will do in your homework. B part beta, same way. Already for one glass I have calculated 200 ml water is required. So for 7 glasses how much water will be required, this you can calculate yourself now, or by orally it can be calculated. Now come to the beta question number. Till that question number 6 we have completed. Now come to the question number 7. Okay. Yes beta, now see that in question number 7 what is given to you. If 10 liter of petrol cost rupees 630, how much? 630 rupees. in 630 rupees you are taking suppose 10 liter of petrol. So calculate the cost of 4 liter of petrol. Okay, see that now. Cost of 10 liters. Okay, in short I am writing of petrol is equal to how much? 630 rupees. So cost of 1 liter. Always you will calculate 1 liter. Okay, 1 liter of petrol. Unitary means beta 1. Unit means 1. It means whenever we have to do the calculation, first of all we will do for the 1 always. If we will do the for 1, so whatever we have asked, that for that we can calculate easily in this way. Okay, so cost of 1 liter of petrol is equal to beta, it will be 630 divided by this 10. Okay, so it will be 63 rupees. So you have to calculate cost of 4 liters. Hence, cost of 4 liters of petrol is equal to 63 multiplied by 4. Okay, if 1 liter cost is 63, so for 4 liter you have to give 63 4 times. Rupees 63 4 times. So see that 4 3 ja 12, carry 1, 4 6 ja 24, plus 1 25. 252 rupees you will get. Okay, so here A part of the question, B part and C part of same question you will do in your homework. See that how you will do beta. For 12 liter already 1 liter cost we have 63 rupees. So for 2 liter one part I am doing B part so that you may understand how you will do now. For 12 liters, so for 12 liters cost will be 63 multiplied by 12. So in this way, finally for 15 liters also you can calculate in this way. See that now. 12 3 ja 36, carry 3, 12 6 ja 72. Okay, 72 plus 3 75. So it will be 756 rupees. So this will be your answer. Okay, now come to the beta next question, that is question number 8. Okay, question number 8. See that what is given to you in question number 8. A baker used 1800 grams of flour to make 3 loaves of bread. Okay, how much flour will be needed to use it if he wants to make 2 loaves? 2 loaves. See that for 3 loaves of the bread. For 3 loaves. For 3 loaves. See that again what he is asking you in this question. See that beta. A baker is used 1800 grams of flour to make 3 loaves of bread. Okay, in 1800 gram he is making how much? 3 loaves of the bread. How much flour he need to use if he wants to make 2 loaves? Okay, now see that how we will do this question. Okay, see that now beta. For 3 loaves flour required. For 3 loaves how what? For 3 loaves flour required is equal to how much beta? 1800 gram. Okay, so for 1 loaf flour required is equal to 1800 divided by 3. So it will be 600 gram. So for 1 loaf, no? 1 loaf flour required. How much beta? 600 gram. So how many loaves? For now how many loaves you have to calculate? In A part you have to calculate for 2 loaves. For 2 loaves flour required is equal to 600 multiplied by 2 is equal to 1200 gram. Okay. Then in B part, for 4 loaves, flour required is equal to 600 multiplied by how much? 4. 6 4 ja 2400 gram. So this will be your answer. Okay. So in this way, beta, take question number 8 we have completed in today's class. Okay. Then in rest of the part from this chapter we will complete in the next class. Okay. Till that, thank you and Jai Gurudev to all of you.